Tiffany Haddish got clowned after pulling a wild stunt at Chris Brown's concert, and the footage has the internet dragging her nonstop. All it took was one Jumbotron moment, and suddenly Tiffany was the meme of the night. To understand why Tiffany's antics stood out, you have to look at how Chris set the tone for this tour. Before he even hit the stage, fans were shown a reel of his darkest headlines, from scandals to that infamous 2009 assault that nearly ended his career overnight.
And there has been speculation already by some that this really will end Chris Brown's career.
And then came the elephant in the room, Rihanna, the infamous night when Chris, at just 19, pled guilty to felony assault. The video hinted at those images of Rihanna's battered face, and Chris admitted how brutal the fallout was, saying no one would play his music or even take his calls.
You answer their phone when you call, and nobody really wanted to be associated with you, nobody wanted to be around you. I remember being in my house months at a time, just trying to figure out what I was gonna do with my life.
But instead of disappearing, Chris doubled down. Since then, he's dropped 9 albums, every single one landing in the Billboard Top 10, with 3 hitting #1, plus 22 singles that stormed the Hot 100. Now, despite the endless backlash, he's headlining his biggest stadium tour yet, and tens of thousands still show up every night. The stadium lit up with pyro, massive LED walls, and inflatable breezes towering over the crowd. He built the concert into 4 acts: The Rise, The Fall, The Fantasy, and Legacy. Each had its own theme. The Rise was a trip through his early classics. The Fall was moody and self-reflective. The Fantasy was all about the sensual side, including his infamous lap dance section. And speaking of that lap dance, this is where the chaos started. During his SoFi Stadium stop, Chris brought out Kayla Nicole, also known as Travis Kelce's ex, for a full NSFW moment during Take You Down. She leaned back on stage while Chris got very close, even appearing to lean in for a kiss before the lights cut. But just when fans thought Kayla Nicole's lap dance was the headline, Tiffany Haddish managed to outshine even that, and not in a good way. From the crowd, she popped up on the Jumbotron, tongue out, dancing like she owned the stadium. She doubled down later, posting the clip to Instagram with a caption that was basically a love letter to Chris. "I will always buy a front row ticket to party with Breezy. I remember 20 years ago dance battling him." Fans weren't exactly impressed though. Some thought she was doing too much, saying, "They could never make me like her." Others clowned her, saying, "She tries way too hard to be funny." By the end of the night, Tiffany wasn't partying with Breezy. She was trending for all the wrong reasons.
Y'all, Chris Brown really did this on stage. At his Breezy Bowl 20 concert, he pulled Kayla Nicole, yes, Travis Kelce's ex, onto the stage and basically introduced her as his new girlfriend in the messiest way possible. The grinding, the chair dance, the kiss at the end, it was giving "this is official." And of course, the internet went crazy. But here's where it gets interesting. Was this just a performance stunt, or did Chris low-key just claim Kayla as his girl in front of thousands? Fans swear this wasn't just another Breezy routine, and honestly, the timing couldn't be more suspicious. So, here's what went down. Chris called Kayla Nicole up on stage during his set at SoFi Stadium right before performing his infamous Take You Down. She sits in the chair, the music starts, and Chris goes full Breezy mode. He's grinding, singing to her, making it feel like the spotlight was on just them two. And then the crowd lost it when Chris literally mounted her toward the end of the song. Kayla wasn't pushing him away either. She looked like she was enjoying every second. Right as he leaned in for a kiss, the lights went down. Which, come on, fans are convinced they kissed. The lights just cut so he could keep a little mystery. This is the moment everyone keeps replaying from the concert. Now, Chris has done these stage dances before. He's pulled random fans, girlfriends, even celebrities up to sit in the chair while he sings. But here's the difference. Kayla Nicole isn't some random. She's Travis Kelce's ex, the same Kayla who's been making headlines for trying to step out of his shadow, especially since Travis is now locked in with Taylor Swift. So when Chris chose her, fans immediately clocked it as a statement. Like he wasn't just picking a fan, he was making it clear Kayla Nicole is in his life right now. And honestly, Kayla's timing here says a lot. Just last week, she dodged a question about Travis and Taylor's engagement rumors. She brushed it off like she wanted nothing to do with it. So for her to pop up at Chris Brown's concert and be the main star of his most intimate stage moment, yeah, people are saying this was her way of moving on publicly. Fans pointed out how comfortable she looked. No awkwardness, no hesitation. She was playing right into it. If this was just a stunt, she sold it well. But if it was real, then Kayla might have just gone from NFL WAG drama straight into the arms of one of R&B's most controversial stars. Now, after the performance, clips hit TikTok and Twitter within minutes. Fans weren't just screaming about the grinding, they were calling this Chris Brown's soft launch of his new girlfriend. And honestly, it's not that far-fetched. Chris knows the power of his stage moments. If he wanted the blogs to start talking, mission accomplished. Of course, everybody's asking the same thing. Why Kayla Nicole? Out of all the women he could have picked, why his whole public stage moment with her? Some fans think it's because she's already in the spotlight thanks to Travis and Taylor's relationship. That puts her name in headlines and keeps Chris attached to the conversation. Others think it's simply because Chris genuinely likes her, and this was his way of showing her off without saying a word. Either way, Kayla Nicole suddenly went from being Travis Kelce's ex to Chris Brown's maybe girlfriend in less than a song. So whether it was a performance stunt or Chris Brown's way of making things official, the damage is done. The internet already sees Kayla Nicole as his new girl. And the way that stage moment went down, it looks like Chris Brown just used a concert to hard launch his next relationship.